Sometimes a product can be beautiful, well made, and genuinely useful, and still be wrong for your life. As I reset my home for a next season, I pulled 10 FabFitFun items that I kept because I like the idea of them more than I actually use them. I'm not here to criticize the brands or tell you that these were bad products. In many cases, they are excellent products. But something doesn't deserve permanent space in my home simply because it is attractive, valuable, or once felt exciting. So for every item, I'm asking 3 questions. Do I genuinely use it? Does it fit the way I live now? And would I deliberately choose it again today? The first thing would be these Lily Pulitzer mugs. They are cheerful, well-made mugs, and there's nothing wrong with them. My problem is that I already have mugs that I consistently reach for, and I kept this extra set partly because I thought it might become a gift someday. But storing something indefinitely for a hypothetical future occasion is still allowing it to occupy space. These will now intentionally be gifted rather than indefinitely stored. Second are the mini round ceramic coquette set. These have beautiful weight and quality, and I understand why someone would love them for individual desserts, baked dishes, or entertaining. I tried to imagine that version of my life, but after initially testing them, I never reached for them again. I already have serving pieces that fit the way I actually cook. These are good products, they are simply better suited to someone else's kitchen. Third is a sugar and creamer set. This is lovely. And there have been occasional moments when I thought it would be nice to have a proper creamer set when someone visits, but I rarely entertain in a way that requires it. And I prefer keeping counters and cupboards relatively clear. I was preserving it for a version of my routine that does not happen often enough to justify the space. So this was really an aspirational choice that did not really match my routine. And the fact that they're still in their packaging just shows that I wasn't reaching for them. Next is black makeup towels. This is a set of 2. These are practical, especially for someone who wants to avoid staining lighter towels. I do a 2-step cleanse for my makeup removal, and I already have an established towel and linen system. So I never incorporated these into it. And the fact that it remained unused tells you that I do not need another category of towels simply because they serve a slightly different purpose. Next is a pie server. This is attractive and substantial, but it duplicates a tool I already own, and my existing server is narrower and easier for me to handle, and it's one I automatically reach for. So a duplicate does not become useful just because it is beautiful, unless it replaces the one you already have. Next is my Swell bento box. I genuinely like Swell and regularly use other pieces from the brand, including my small container and salad bowls. This particular bento box is simply larger than I need, and my current routine rarely requires me to pack this amount of food in this format. So that distinction matters. Liking the brand does not mean every product from the brand will fit my life. The next one was a difficult one. It is a marble soap dish. This one was difficult because I love natural stone. I love the weight, and I think it is beautiful. But I do not use bar soap, and I do not have enough open space on my vanity to display something without a real purpose. I briefly imagined it for rings, but I have a system for jewelry, and repurposing it would simply create more clutter on my nightstand. Sometimes we keep trying to invent a job for an object because we do not want to admit it does not fit. Next is this lightweight robe. This is light and pretty, and potentially ideal for someone who enjoys wearing a summer robe, but I never wore it. In the warm weather, I naturally reach for a loose t-shirt, and in colder weather, I want something warmer. So this item sits between 2 needs without really meeting either one of them. Next is this travel cosmetic pouch, or full-size toiletry system. So this has lots of pockets and a lot of space. This reflects an older version of how I traveled. Years ago, I would bring much larger toiletries and occasionally full-size bottles. And I have had products leak during trips, and I have learned that carrying more also means unpacking and organizing and repacking more. So even when I'm allowed to check luggage, I now prefer to decant what I need into small, reusable containers. This is not a bad travel product. It simply no longer matches the way I travel. I'll be sharing my updated carry-on packing system before my upcoming trip. And lastly, extra shampoo, shower gel, or body products. Individually, these are pretty useful. The problem is not the product, it is the backlog. I already have more products waiting than I can realistically use, and I have learned that keeping everything does not preserve its value. It can mean products sit too long while I continue reaching for the same favorites. I would rather pass these on while they are fresh and useful than keep them out of obligation. So looking at these items together, the biggest lesson is that most of them were not bad purchases or poor quality products. Many were aspirational purchases. I liked the life and routine or version of myself they represented, but I want my home to support the life I'm actually living, not become storage for every possible life I could imagine. Before keeping something out of guilt, ask, do I use it? Does it fit the way I live now? And would I choose it again today? What is one perfectly good item in your home that you are ready to pass on because it no longer fits your life? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.